want to bore you guys with a whole bunch of ailments today, but while we see where this little short road goes, I just wanted to tell you guys a quick story. I'm riding along today and everything's great. The weather's perfect. I'm in good health, and I'm just really appreciative of it, guys. I haven't really shared this, but I've suffered from an autoimmune disease for pretty much my whole adult life. So when I was in my teens, about 18 or 19, I went out to a local hardware store and bought me a brand new pair of Wolverine boots. This is kind of how the story starts, but I just never forget this. I took my neighbor, which was a good many years younger than me, trout fishing. I had those new boots. They were waterproof, man, and we were ready to do some trout fishing down on the Chattooga River. And I noticed those boots were killing me. They were just hurting like crazy, man. And I could not wait to get those things off. They were hurting so bad, my ankles. And I noticed that my ankles and feet were popping really loud. And I thought, man, these boots, what is going on? Well, the boots were just a coincidence. I was beginning to get something called psoriatic arthritis. And this isn't for mercy or anything. This is just a complete appreciation story of how I've pretty much, for the most part, overcome it. Not 100%. I don't know where this goes. This is like going through here, it looks like. I thought it dead ends. But anyway, I got home and I got those boots off, and the next day I'm still hurting. I get up in the mornings, my ankles are popping like firecrackers, and I progressively got worse and worse, to the point to where my hands would hurt. And as you guys know, I'm an automotive technician. Wow, check these trees out. That's from Helene, I'm sure. I could not believe this is gonna come out somewhere, I think. Sorry to get sidetracked, but this is a good little road. Just turned off of it just to be doing it. This is actually possibly will get us where we're going faster. But so anyway, I hurt so bad, my hands were killing me. Everything hurt, shoulders, mostly hands and feet and ankles though, wrist. It got to where I was just about having to eat Advil to make it through the day. So it does look like it's gonna stop right here, doesn't it? Yep. Well, that was a good little ride anyway. So, yeah, it used to keep going. Check that out. Closed vehicles. Foot traffic only, I imagine. I bet that was a good little ride. So I finally went to the doctor. I had had a shoulder injury from being an idiot and throwing rocks across the lake, trying to see how far I could throw them with some buddies, and kind of hurt my shoulder. So I ended up in the doctor anyway, and I just mentioned to him, I was like, man, I am hurting every day, eating Advil like they're candy. The Advil did help. So I went through a regimen of tests and never got diagnosed with anything. Just possibly some kind of arthritis, rheumatism, something. Oh, so they prescribed me something called Vioxx, which a couple of years after taking, I was up late one night and saw an infomercial that if Vioxx had killed you, you were entitled to some money. So, needless to say, I quit taking it. It caused heart disease. It's kind of the same thing as Pfizer's Bextra. Same type deal. They knew it would kill people, but they kept giving it to them. Great pharmacy, right? Pharmaceutical companies, rather. But anyway, I went to the doctor, told him, he said, yep, you're gonna have to quit taking that. He gave me something called Celebrex. And he gave me 2 little boxes of samples, and I took them and they were working great, and I ran out of them, and believe it or not, I never hurt again. I was fine, no pain, didn't have to take Advil, didn't have to go get the Celebrex refilled, and I was so glad. I thought, man, that stuff must have cured it. And about a year later, I had a pair of short pants on, and I was working at the dealership, and I was noticing that my right knee was itching like crazy. and I looked down and I had a little patch about the size of a nickel. And in a few days, it was about the size of a quarter. And it continued to grow and continued to itch. And that day, I was beginning to get psoriasis, plaque psoriasis. And I'm pretty much covered up with it now. And it sucks, but it doesn't hurt. If people don't like looking at it, they can just quit looking at it. It doesn't hurt me. I'm not in pain. So not too long ago, I noticed my wife was following me around like a shedding snake with a vacuum cleaner. And I decided I might just go do something about it. So I talked to my doctor and I got some cream and it helped, but it stopped working. It's really no way to get rid of that stuff except a miracle or a biologic medication. Now this is not on the map either. Let's run it out and see where it goes. That's the scar to the right. So I suffered along with it, didn't worry about it too much, like I said, and then I went to the doctor, I got some cream. My family doctor really helped me with some cream, and it began to take over pretty much both legs, both of my calves, knees, elbows, and my scalp, and it was just starting to bug me a little bit. I'm still appreciative of not hurting though. So I go to my doctor and he sets me up an appointment with a dermatologist. And the dermatologist said, I got a medication that's going to clear this up. I said, okay. It's called Otezla, and wow, look at that view. So I started taking this Otezla, and in about 10 days, 8 days, that stuff started coming off and healing up at record times. I mean, it was awesome. I don't have my chainsaw with me, guys. Okay. Let's keep digging. It's meant for us to continue on the scar. Look at that view. So I take the Otezla. Like I said, it fell off in 10 days. On about the end of the 10th day or 11th day, I noticed, oh boy, that pain's coming back. My wrists are killing me. My thumbs were terrible. Ankles started hurting. I called the doctor. He said, tough it out. It should clear up that and the pain, because you have psoriatic arthritis. It's good for both. Well, on about the 12th or 13th day, I woke up a little thirsty and thought I'd get something to drink. And Keisha, my awesome wife, keeps some cran grape juice in the fridge at all times. I thought, man, that'll be good. I couldn't get the lid off of it. And it's not that the lid was tight. I just could not make a gripping hand to get that lid off. That's how bad it was. So I quit taking it. I went back to him and he apologized and said it's just not going to be for me. I had some more options, and so I just said to heck with it and started back on some cream that's really helped it. And I found, believe it or not, guys, this is crazy. If you're suffering from this, I found something called Skinessa. It's a probiotic, and it has absolutely really helped me. Here comes another biker. Don't believe that's legal. So anyway, that Skinessa is 50 bucks a month. You don't need a prescription for it. I'll try to drop a link below if you guys want to check it out if you have this problem. Hopefully you don't. But it's just a mild probiotic. I take one a day. Now, I got some kind of possibly a cold or something, and since this is related to your immune system, sometimes I'll get these tiny little flare-ups of joint pain. And I went through at Christmas time a little bit of that. I quit taking it, quit taking the cream, quit taking everything. I started using I read where, what is it, anyway, I'm sort of on a low carb diet. I'm back to taking the Skinessa, and I'm doing really good, man. I'm not at all in any pain today. I haven't had to take any kind of, you know, aspirin or Tylenol or anything like that, and I'm just so glad of that, man. You even when you take that stuff, you're still stiff as everything when that stuff's flaring up. And I'm only 48. So I can only imagine, I hope that I can keep riding until I'm dead, you know, but never take your health for granted, man. I'm not complaining, like I said. I'm in perfectly good shape right now, and sometimes I don't even really want to mention it, but I thought it's worth mentioning. If even one person's out there and they're having that trouble, that probiotic has really helped me, man. I don't know that there's any drawback to taking that. Maybe if you get like some serious viral infection, you might should lay off of it, or a bacterial infection maybe, because you take antibiotics when you're, you know, have a bacterial infection. But, and I'm not a doctor by any means, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but that has really helped me to enjoy just being out here and riding with the wind in your face, you know. All right, enough about the ailments that come along as you get older. In my case, I've had them my whole life, but it's okay. We're not going to cry about it. So let's finish out this little portion of the scar. It looks like our only option here, and then we'll get back in the woods.